an easy fix. We still have notes in our state when we sign out. Our sign out, we are setting state UID back to null, and we briefly put in notes and tried to set that back to an empty object, at which point Firebase, which is still syncing with our state, said, oh, you don't have any of these notes. Let me help you out. I'll give you the notes that I have up here in the cloud. So as long as we're still syncing, yeah, that's not going to let us really do that. That's why we have to, when we delete them, we have to explicitly set that ID to null. So then we'll see that as a change. So in Rebase, in addition to things like, what is it called? Bind, what's it called? Sync state, which sets up two-way binding. We do have remove binding as well. Removes the listeners to Firebase when your component unmounts, or when you want it to stop. So this requires that when we start sync state, we save a reference to that. We save a reference, the return value of sync state. And then when we want to get rid of it, we just pass that to base.remove binding. Now in this example, it's component did mount and component will unmount, but we're not starting sync state when it's first mounted. We're starting sync state after we log in. So we just want to run this after we log out. So where we sync state, we'll just do exactly what it showed there. We'll save a reference to that just on the component as a property. Doesn't need to be part of state. And when we log out, we can change this to a multi-line thing here. We will set state back to null. And before we do that, we will call base dot remove binding, passing in that reference to the listener that we set up earlier. And that is not asynchronous. So by the time we run set state, we know it's done. So then we can just say UID null, notes, empty. Probably appropriate to reset current node in the state too. This dot, oh, that's in, we have a function for that, right? Reset current node. So now I have again my React DevTools up. I'm watching the list of notes there, and now it's empty. Let's sign in. Now I have notes again. My current node is blank, but if I switch to another one, and then I sign out, I want to see this notes get cleared out, and I want to see current node get cleared out. And it happened. So we fixed that little thing. Not going to expose anybody's notes to anyone else. Speaking of which, there is a permission issue up in Firebase that we could deal with as well. Clear notes in state upon logout.